فمن اتقى وأصلح فلا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون.
Will you be mad at me if I give you the answer? Huh? Will you promise me that I will leave safely from here? Okay. All right. Quran teaches us that Jews and Christians distorted the concept of God, even though they are talking about the same God whom we worship, but the concept got distorted. Let's talk about Jews, and I'm going to have you complete the sentence. God created the heavens and the earth in 6 days, and He did what in the seventh day? Astaghfirullah. Oh Allah, forgive me. I didn't hear that. As a Muslim, I can't hear that. Rested? God rests, that means He got tired. No, God is not like that. God doesn't get tired. But we read in the Old Testament that God was tricked. The story of Esau and Jacob, of Isaiah, tricked. Can't trick God. You can't. God knows what you think about before you think about it. God knows who you are. He made you. And we believe that before He created us, He knew who we are. He recorded that knowledge in a book. And He created us. He can, so, to say the least. And we read the extension of the Torah that God actually, we read and listen, and this is from their own literature. That's what I do, theology. That's what I do for a living, theology. I teach theology. And I do comparative religion sometimes. In the Jewish literature, we read texts that God actually cries at night because He's regretting our creation, that He created something that He cannot control anymore. And the angels come and give Him comfort. Is that God that you want to worship? Is that God? Islam, no. Leave this alone. No, you can't say this about God. Let's move to Christians. And that's where I want that save out. What did Christian do? Very simple. In order to, come out of sin, they brought God down from His throne into the flesh, and they crucified Him for my sins. Just think about it. You bring God down from His throne, He's up there. And all of you, I know all of you know God up there. He's on His throne up there. That's why you look up always. That's why when you hear these soccer players or football players, they score a goal. It's built in. So you bring Him down from the throne, you nail Him to the cross. I understand that you guys believe that, and I'm in no way I'm trying to be mean here, and I shouldn't. For my sins. What is that? Why would you need to do that? We learn from the Old Testament that people sinned before us, before Christianity, before Jesus, the time of Jesus, and they repented, and they asked for repentance. And God accepted their repentance, and He given them a second chance. Why would God need to do that? Again, I have a very famous, I don't know how famous, it's all 40,000 views on YouTube. I don't know if you want to call this famous, but for a guy like me, with a Christian priest. And, I love the man, I respect him. In his church, was about the divinity of Jesus. Whether Jesus is divine or not. Is He God or not? In our revelation, which is the Quran, this is the language of debate now. When you're debating, we have one verse that finishes this subject once and for all. What verse? ما المسيح ابن مريم, indeed the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the son of Maryam, is a messenger who came in chain of messengers. He's a messenger of God. And his mother is a truthful woman. Here is what I'm looking for. They used to eat food. They used to eat. Do you believe God eats? Why do you eat? Come on, why do you eat? Because what? You will starve to death. So God needs to eat? God needs to drink? So what do you need to do after you eat as a human? Oh man, God goes to the... So the priest came back rebuttaling me. You see, she's asking me the difference, and I'm trying to give the difference. He said, Imam Karim, listen, Imam Karim has a problem with God going to the bathroom. What's wrong with God taking a leak? So I came back and I said, there is the difference between Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Me as a Muslim, to speak of God, I must have evidence. I must have evidence because I have not seen God. So now to make up stories about God, no in Islam. We have a verse in the Quran that says what? قُلْ إِن كَانَ لِلرَّحْمَنِ وَلَدٌ فَأَنَا أَوَّلُ الْعَابِدِينَ. Say to them, if Allah has a son and He tells me that He has a son, I'll be the first one to worship. But He doesn't have a son. He doesn't need a son. Why do you need a son for? In the human language, you need a son because you're gonna die and you want your child to carry your last name after you. God doesn't die. In my culture, I come from Egypt originally, and my father was a farmer. He produced 12 kids, and you know what was the motive? To help him farm. I was supposed to help him farm. I ran away. Does God need someone to help him administer and manage his kingdom? No. That's the difference between Islam, and that is why Islam is here. Islam is teaching the same exact things you believe in. Islam actually enhances every single thing which you believe in. But the only thing that Islam reforms is the concept of God. Who is God? Corrects that, rectify that, and that's the area.
أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا